Do you still remember why Izumo forged these blades?
Divine keys!
Because in times past, when the Yao Yorozu no Kami descended here,
Look at our
they
main.
wrought death and disaster on this world and its people.
It's our main! It's our main!
To save the world, Izumo splintered 70,033 blades and forged them into the 12 Sentinels.
The flame chasers! The flame chasers! The flame chasers!
The first was truth, forged by the sovereign of
Harsher of
evolution.
truth!
It could teach mortals the way of the law and
Reason!
create miracles from the deconstruction of all things. The second was sky, forged by the eternal zenith. It could form a barrier from the firmament and prevent the innumerable gods of misery from passing through. The third was howl, able to summon lightning to rend the heavens and meteors to rain down divine punishment. The fourth was mist, able to break earth and tear cloud with biting wind and rain. The fifth was frost,
Rhymestar!
freezing the land in an instant. The sixth was fate, the restless cycle of life and death. Then there was flare, thought,
Flame?
root, form, bind, maw. With those
I need
sentinels, we
subtitles.
seized on tomorrow's expectation, winning victory after victory until
All of them were broken.
Oh!
The price of every victory was a world in its entirety. And in the end, that entirety was lost. And so Izumo splintered 12 Sentinels and forged them into 2 bearers.
Kevin?
The first was Origin. The second was End.
Oh my god!
The world forged 70,047 blades, and only one could save Izumo. But you and I both know, the road to salvation does not exist. There is no trace of tomorrow. Resisting the Kamigami, humanity will eventually become Oni. We
Oh!
pawned everything, all for the destruction of 2 worlds. In times past, Takamagahara, upon which the Kami descended, was surely as beautiful as Isumo. So, do you still remember why Isumo forged these blades?
because of a lie. An end that never existed. We long since strode into their shadow. Each step forward one that we can never walk back. Until the last blade is forged into... Not.
Oh my god, it's the whole thing!
I knew this world was fleeting.
Hang on. Oh, well, hang on, we'll go back through.
And yet... And yet...
Okay. There is so much! The narrator voice is Kevin and JP. Oh my god, it's literally them. It's literally them. Put the Honkai in the Honkai.
Why Izumo forged these blades?
Yeah, now tell me, ACHERON, is it May? Are you kidding? She is 100% May.
Entered 70,033 blades.
Where is it? Okay. Pause. So we've got her true truth and reason, and then we've got
Miracles from the deconstruction of all things.
yeah. That's also how the her true truth works, or how the reason works. Is you can reconstruct anything. This has to be void.
From the firmament and prevent the innumerable gods of misery from passing through.
because she can, you know.
The third was
Time,
Howl,
space.
able to summon lightning to rend.
Howl is light is thunder. I suspected it when Void showed up, but the third being thunder made me scream. Yeah, the thunder.
Heavens, meteors
In the dragon! Ah! It's Kurikara or Bella or both.
to rain down divine punishment. The fourth was Mist, able to break earth and tear cloud
Okay, so that one has to be Earth.
with biting
It's
wind
windy!
and rain.
Oh, it's windy!
The fifth was Frost,
Frost. I forget that Rhymestar was Earth and Ice.
freezing the land in an instant. The sixth was Fate,
Frost with the Sakura tree in the background. I know.
the sixth was Fate,
Fate. What was number 6? Seeley.
the restless cycle of life and death. Then there was Flare, Thought,
This is literally how the previous era Hershers were like. This is more representative of the previous era Hershers than the current era Hershers, because the current era Hershers are like evolved concepts of the previous era Hershers, and this is like the very basic 12, or the basic previous era Hershers. And like, I'm going crazy.
Root,
If I play the entire story before part 2, will I know these lores, or do I have to deep dive on other medias? No, you will know this. If you play Honkai Impact 3rd part 1, yes. Yes, you will know this. Oh, Jesus.
Form, Bind, Maw.
Bind! So I don't have to go to like the comics. The mangas really just like enhance your experience with the story. I always say read the comics if you have time. Otherwise, don't worry about it. It's not really that big of a deal, but it does really elevate the story, and I think like it's not really needed, like it's optional, but at the same time it really enhances everything else.
With those sentinels, we seized onto.
Okay, I still want to talk about the ACHERON trailer. So we've got fucking divine keys. This is literally Izumo's version of previous era. This is literally like their version of the previous era Hershers. Not Hershers, I fucked that up. I meant Flame Chasers. The pioneers, the saviors, the heroes. The heroes of the previous era were called Flame Chasers, right? And there was 13 of them. And they were the ones that figured out what the hell the Honkai was, where it came from, what the hell was going on, and predicted, you know, the impacts. Like, you know, they do in Neon Genesis Evangelion with the angels, and they're like, oh, we're gonna have, there's gonna be this angel we're expecting this angel. That's kind of how the previous era, Flame Chasers were. They could predict, you know, oh, we need to expect another impact. Like, we need to expect another bad guy, basically. So let's prepare. This one's probably gonna be like this type of bad guy, so, you know, let's prepare for it, right? However, in the end, they still failed against the Honkai, which is why we have the current era, because the Flame Chasers died, except for some of them. Some of them went into cryogenic sleep, and basically they knew end was coming. They knew they were going to die. They knew that that the previous era was going to be no more. And they were like, okay with it. They were like, all right, sick. Now that we for sure know that everyone's going to fucking die, how about we prep? Let's prep for that, right? So they had cryogenic chambers. They had like, you know, the DNA genome of like the human genome and stuff like that stored away, locked away. They had like plans set in place for whenever the Honkai's Earth, basically would be destroyed and there was no human civilization left. There would be a satellite, a divine key that was made by the people, that would come out and basically cleanse the Earth while there was no humans there, cleanse it of all the Honkai radiation, all that good stuff, so that way new humans could live there, right? So the cryogenic chambers also held people. So people came out, Fuhua, Kevin, Sue, all that good stuff. They came out. Gricio, Fuhua was in charge of teaching the new civilization, all that good stuff. So the previous era knew they were going to be annihilated. So they put plans into place for the next generation of civilization, and they were prepared. And it kind of seems like these people did not expect to be destroyed, or they did, and they just didn't have a backup plan, I guess. I don't know, but this seems really crazy. And I love that it is literally almost one-for-one reference to the Divine Keys in the previous era, and it makes me so fucking happy.
Winning victory after victory.
I love the Flame Chasers. The Flame Chasers are my favorite.
All of them were broken.
Yes, they were all broken. So basically, current era Honkai uses the previous era Divine Keys. Everything that the current era Honkai uses is all from the previous era people. Most of it.
Victory was a world in its entirety. And in the end,
The price of every victory was a world in its entirety. Yeah.
in its entirety. And in the end, that entirety was lost. And so Izumo...
So this is, I'm guessing this is what happens if the Divine Keys did help. Well, they did help. They did help. But the thing was, the Pioneers, or the Flame Chasers, didn't have enough, they couldn't muster up the courage to do what they needed to do. You know what I mean? But also, I don't think they knew.
splintered 12 Sentinels and forged them into 2 bearers. The first was Origin. The second was End.
So these are actually Hershers in Honkai 3rd. The Hersher of Origin, which is May, which is basically like Honkai 3rd Hersher of Origin would be like a emanator of humanity, a Hersher of friendship, basically. Yeah,
The world
Hersher,
forged
Elysia.
70,047 blades, and only one could save Isumo. But you and I both know the road to salvation does not exist.
Okay, wait, hang on a second. Hang on, what did he say? 12 Sentinels, which were like the big boss guys, the bad guy boss guys, like Hershers. They splintered 12 Sentinels
And forged them into 2 bearers.
What does that mean? Forged them into 2 bearers. Basically... Oh! Who's the other one? I just realized he said 2. So, ACHERON has to be the Kami Hersher of Origin. And the other one is the Kami Hersher of the End. Is it her other version? And it's like, yeah, there's 2 of them, but they're in the same body. What if that? What if that? Hang on, is ACHERON both the Origin and the End? Because she's got 2 versions of herself. And the other one is white hair.
The first was Origin. The second was End.
Oh, this obviously looks like fucking Kevin's bullshit.
The world forged 70,047 blades, and only one could save Isumo. But you and I...
That looks like the Nihility Blade right there. I noticed there was a guy. So for one, this one could be Phoebus.
Shapes the present.
So this looks like somebody aiming a gun at ACHERON. In the red place.
Some people hold on to memory.
This looks like the other one. The End. Sentinel of the End.
While others are haunted by them.
Origin and the End. Right here. Origin and the End. Right here. I think her counterpart is gonna be a guy. and it might be Kevin. They also, I read that MiHoYo has actually said that the Kevin from GGZ is a Kiana variant. Like, Kiana and Kevin are interchangeable, basically. Whereas, like, Kevin would be, like, the previous era version of Kiana.
The road to salvation does not exist. There is no trace of tomorrow.
And that's when he starts talking. Oh, I just noticed that. Right after they talk about, they introduce the end, that's when the Kevin starts talking. His name is Shiraga Oni. Oh.
47.
Yo, what up, Paul boy?
Only one could save Isumo. But you and I both know the road to salvation does not exist.
Ooh, he even sounds like Kevin. Not his voice. I mean, yes, it is the same JP voice actor as Kevin, but not the English. But Kevin was very nihilistic. He was very nihilistic, while Dr. May was not. She was like, no, I'm fucking smart. I can, with the right people, we can do this. And Kevin was like, just date me.
We pawned everything, all for the destruction of two.
This absolutely sounds like Kevin. He was so not optimistic, not optimistic whatsoever about the end of the world. Like, bro was like, I don't even know why he was even part. I don't even know why he was part of the shit, because he was very much like this. He was like, there's nothing we can do. We're gonna die. We're all gonna die, and there's nothing we can do. He is the complete opposite of Kiana.
We pawned everything, all for the destruction of two.
But to be fair, that would make him and May a good match. That's why she's so good with Kiana.
Worlds. In times past,
She cut him down. So this was her as a Sentinel. Yeah, he got his own May. Yeah. So it seems like ACHERON is, or a Sentinel. I mean, I think she's a Sentinel that then destroyed everything, maybe?
we pawned everything, all for the destruction of two worlds. In times past, Takamagahara, upon which the kami descended, was surely as beautiful as Isumo.
So it seems like they used to be equal, because he just said it. Surely it used to be as beautiful as Izumo was sure. Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe he's coping.
Do you still remember why Isumo forged these blades?
To destroy the Onis.
Because of a lie. An end that never existed.
So basically, Izumo birthed people. Takamagahara birthed the Kamis and gave rise to the 12 Sentinels, the bad guys. But then the heroes of Izumo killed the Sentinels, used the Sentinels' bodies, turned them into weapons, used the Sentinels as weapons, and then destroyed Takamagahara. I think they won in the end, but everyone was dead, so what was the point? Oh, I see. That makes a lot more sense.
So, do you still remember why Isumo forged these blades?
Ah! It was to save everybody. They were like, hey, forge these blades, save everybody. But at what cost? The cost was everybody. So,
Blades.
around to Samsara we go!
Because of a lie. An end that never existed.
An end that never existed. They would have never won. We long since strode into their shadow.
Long since strode into their shadow. Each step forward.
I did not know strode was a word.
One that we can never walk.
Okay, so she is an emanator of nihility, because they said once you step into their shadow, you become a self-annihilator. Self-annihilators are the emanators of nihility.
Until the last blade is forged into... Not.
What the hell does not mean? Nothingness, existence, non-existence, an arithmetical symbol 0. Aw, she's 0. What the hell does Kyoden mean? Void, emptiness, unpreparedness, crack, fissure, or untruth. I want to see the other guy. I want to see the guy. Okay, stop. Okay, so this looks like the you know how you know in Midsummer where they have that little painting that depicts the entire fucking story of the whole fucking thing? This is the entire goddamn story of Isumo right fucking here in front of our eyes. So it looks like we got the Onis. Maybe this was last. Maybe this was last over here. Or wait. Okay, so here's the 2 planets. We can see the 2 planets. The lightning sword. This looks like the fucking sword statue, the end, and one in the black sun, or maybe this is the other planet. This is the other planet, maybe. This looks like the advanced civilization, advanced society of Isumo. This looks like dragon spine. And then we've got the fire, the volcanoes. This looks like dominion or binding, flare. I guess would be the fire one. Oh yeah, what is it? There is a description. Truth? Oh, that was truth. This one's truth, because it was blue. Sky. I didn't see that one on here. Oh, there's sky. And then we have the death and rebirth.
I knew this world was...
Ah! Go back! Yeah, we have death and... Hang on a minute. We have death and rebirth right here. Flare. Whatever. It's windy. We got ice, or rhyme star, whatever. And then lightning with the dragon, but it said truth was first, or something was first and then truth. So this one must have been first and then truth and then da 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 da.